All right, people, welcome. We got ourselves a good one today. We got Kermit over here, piloting Isshin, looking to do a bunch of Boros double combat stuff. Very scary stuff. You know, I like to take Isshin out when I see him, so I don't gotta deal with that. Then over here, we got Pine piloting Jetmir, looking to do some tokens go wide strategy. He also has some pretty big beefy tokens in there, so I don't know if I like that too much. After that, we got myself. I'm down here. I'll be playing Tuvasa. With Tuvasa, I like to go ahead and do enchantressy stuff, draw a lot of cards, and then ultimately win with a bunch of nice commander damage. So I like to get Tuvasa real big and swing out. And then we have Eiley over here. She's going to be piloting Akroma. Now, Akroma likes to do a lot of keyword soup stuff, get a bunch of vigilance, flying, double strike, first strike, and take her opponents out in the air. Bunch of big angels. So we got a good game today. Without further ado, let's take it to the table. All right, starting us off, Kermit's gonna draw. Drop that Survive Triome as his land for turn. Go ahead and pass the Pineapple. Pineapple plays the Plains. Hate to see it into that turn 1 Soul Ring. Okay, when I drop the Mosswort Bridge, go ahead and search the top 4. Tuck one of those bad boys away for later. Pass it over to RPG Fox or Eiley. Eiley then plays a Plains for turn. And go ahead and pass the turn over to Kermit. Kermit drops a Sulphurous Mire, tapped. Gotta hate to start off with a tapped land when your opponent's got a Soul Ring. Well, Pineapple's gonna go, drop a Gruul Turf, and it's gotta pick up the Plains. Punish for the Soul Ring. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Temple Garden. Okay, playing some fair real estate here. Fair real estate, lands coming in tapped. Eiley's gonna drop a Plains, go into a Mind Stone. So far, the mono white deck is ramping better than everybody else. What's up with that? Kermit's gonna drop a Haunted Ridge into Isshin. Got our first commander out. Pineapple's gonna go ahead and tap out for a Garrett after putting his Plains back down. Pass the turn over to me. I'll draw, drop an island. And I'll go ahead and I'll enchant my Temple Garden with a Wild Growth. There we go, got my ramp going on. Tap out, bring out my commander Tuvasa. Welcome to the game. Eiley's gonna go ahead, untap, drop that Plains, and into a Solemn Simulacrum. Got ourselves a sad robot coming out. Never sad to see the robot. Always happy to see him, but he always got to go. Kermit's gonna go, untap. He'll tap all the way out. Ooh, drop an Ember Wild Captain, becomes the Monarch. All right, he's gonna go ahead and draw for the Monarch and pass the turn over to Pineapple. Pineapple's gonna untap, upkeep, draw, drop a Forest as his land for turn. Move straight to combat. Swing Garrett at me. And with the Rhino that comes in, tapped and attacking, it's gonna go ahead and attack Kermit so you can get that nice Monarch. Look at that value play. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat the damage from Garrett. So is Kermit. Then Pineapple's gonna drop a Battle Hymn, get himself 3 mana. Go ahead and tap out and cast a Somber Walled Beastmaster. Make himself a bunch of tokens. A 4/4, a 3/3, and a 2/2. I'm gonna drop an island for turn. And I'm gonna go ahead and Lignify Garrett just to kind of slow him down. And hopefully he can't get Jetmir online next turn. Then I'll go ahead and put Spider Umber on Tuvasa, give her some protection, +1/+1 and reach. Pass the turn, RPG Fox or Eiley is gonna go ahead and tap out. Warm Power Stone into Pearl Medallion. Oh my goodness, that ramp is real. Unbelievable ramp. Alright, Kermit's gonna untap. Drop that Maze of Ith for turn, pass the turn over to Pineapple, who puts down a Reliquary Tower real fast. Plays a Mirari's Wake. All that mana, all those creatures. He is the problem and he's looking to attack me right now. asking me how big Tuvasa is. She's right now a 5/5, so he sends 3 5/5s, one at each of us. I think with that, we're all just gonna go ahead and take the damage. He passes the turn over to me. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shielding Plaques on Tuvasa, draw myself a card, and giving Tuvasa hexproof. And she's getting big, she's getting big. Can't quite attack in a pineapple yet, so I hold back, pass the turn over to Eiley. Eiley drops another plane, sitting at the table with more mana than everybody else right now. Plays a Gauntlet of Power, naming white. My goodness, is this deck making a good showing. Into Akroma, passes the turn over to Kermit. Kermit drops the planes, and into a Sky Knight Vanguard, hoping to make some of his double combat triggers pop off. Pine Command Tower comes out and was afraid to see it. Here comes the Jetmir. Jetmir hits and is active with the +3 Trample, Double Strike, Vigilance, Warstorm Surge, and the Feldon of the Third Path. We have ourselves a arch enemy now. So working up the combat damage, it looks like Pineapple is gonna send his attacks over to Eiley. Ooh, and Kermit swords the Plowshare's Jetmir, saving Eiley, hitting one of his big tokens with the Maze of Ith. Looks like Eiley blocks the 2 5/5s, taking 7 damage, and then promises to board wipe next turn. Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and untap. Knowing that a board wipe is coming, what do? Draw a pass. All right, Eiley's gonna untap. Go ahead and swing the Akroma over to Pineapple. Pineapple takes that commander damage. Free commander damage, right? Gonna board wipe anyway. And then here comes the Undo Inversion. Destroy all non-land permanents. Man, I did not want to see that board wipe. Looks like Eiley left mana floating. Wonder what she's gonna do with it. Ooh, Court of Grace, becoming the Monarch, looking to make some angels into an Esper Sentinel. Now that's some recovery right there. Nothing else to do, passes the turn over to Kermit. Kermit goes ahead and drops his land for turn. Cast a Mother of Runes. Got himself some protection now. Mother of Runes, Maze of Ith. He's safe. Ooh, into an Iroas, God of Victory. Get himself some Menache. Now you just gotta get some creatures out there. Pineapple's over there tapping a lot of mana. Gonna tap out into Rampaging Baloths. 6/6 for 6 landfall. Doesn't miss his land drop. Makes himself a 4/4 beast and passes it over to me. I still have my commander. Gonna go ahead and tap for a Soul Ring. Better late than never. Especially after a board wipe. I'm gonna pay Propaganda. Now I did pay for that Soul Ring, so no Esper Sentinel draw over there. For Propaganda, I will go ahead and draw for Tuvasa, giving her a +1/+1. Play a Reliquary Tower. And look at me forgetting about Maze of Ith, trying to swing over to Kermit. Pass the turn over to Eiley. Eiley makes a big 4/4 flyer. Cast Angelic Field Marshal. Got some lieutenant action going on. Draws for the Monarch and then pass the turn over to Kermit. plays and cracks Arid Mesa. Go and get a plains. Ooh, taps and plays Drana, the Last Blood Chief. Some good graveyard recursion for this Isshin deck here. Passes the turn, Pineapple then untaps, upkeep draw, drops a forest, makes another beast. Then he starts tapping a lot of mana. For a Phylath the World Sculptor, then passes the turn over to me. So right here, I Swords the Plowshares the Drana, but the entire table forgets that he has Mother of Runes. So the Drana does die, but later on in the game, we let the mulligan happen so that Drana comes back, and it's not a problem. So when you see Drana back on the playing field, that's the reason why. So the Swords of the Plowshares technically fizzles, and Drana's gonna come back. I'll go ahead to my turn. I'm gonna put Spirit Mantle onto my Tuvasa, giving her +1/+1, technically +2/+2, drawing a card and getting protection from creatures. I'll then tap 2 for a Sanctum Weaver, and then swing Tuvasa out at Eiley. I want that Monarch. Man, do I love drawing cards. So, I draw for Monarch, and then I go ahead and pass the turn. At this point, Eiley promises Retribution. So I just know something's coming my way. Taps 5 mana. Elspeth's Conqueror's Death. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and exile my commander. So Tuvasa's going to go bye-bye. And then Eiley attacks me in the air for 4. I take it. She gets her Monarch back. And she draws for Monarch and passes turn over Kermit. Kermit drops the plains. And here comes Isshin. Swings Drana over to Pineapple, bringing back Sky Knight Vanguard and Emberwild Captain. Pineapple drops a Myriad Landscape as his land for turn, making another beast. And here comes Jetmir again. Pretty sure Jetmir is online. Pineapple drops a Skull Clamp, and then swings the crew out at Kermit, looking to take him out this turn. After some quick maths, we realized that Pineapple was swinging out with about 88 points of total damage, and Kermit couldn't block all of that, so takes him out of the game for good. And before his turn ends, he'll Skull Clamp one of his tokens, draw 2 cards, and then pass the turn over to me. So I'm going to tap and cast Smothering Tide. Try to get some late game ramp. Tap Sanctum Weaver. Bring Tuvasa back out. Play my forest for turn. Cast Mesa Enchantress. And Tuvasa is now 4/4. Eiley drops a Soul Ring for turn. Plays Angel of Vitality into Lyra Dawnbringer. So me and Eiley are now wondering where Pineapple's gonna go with these attacks. I feel safe because he's got to pay 2 for each creature attacking me. Pineapple cast Release the Dogs, making himself 4 1/1 white dog creature tokens. He clamps one of the dogs with Skull Clamp. And at this point, we can see the writing on the wall. It looks like Eiley's gonna get taken out this turn. Goes to me, I cast Enchantress's Presence. I am now in Enchantress Dig mode. I got my shovel, and I am looking for an answer to Pineapple. Cast Fertile Ground. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw 3. Then I'm gonna cast Ethereal Armor on Tuvasa. Now on cast, Pineapple is gonna Path to Exile my Tuvasa. But it's fine, I already drew for her, it's only a one-time draw. At this point, I need answers. So I draw for cast, then I cast Alpha Authority, targeting Sanctum Weaver, because I don't want that to get blown up, need my mana. I'm gonna draw 2. Then I cast Ancestral Mask, targeting Sanctum Weaver again, drawing another 2. Oh, Idyllic Tutor. There we go. Got my answer. I tutor up Sphere of Safety. I then cast Sphere of Safety, so now it's going to cost a lot of mana to attack me per creature. I go ahead and cast Seal of Primordium. I'm looking to blow up that Skull Clamp. I don't want him digging for answers to get out of this, because at this point I got the board on lock. It's gonna cost about 10 mana to attack me per creature. So I really pillow forted up this game. Yep, 8 total enchantments and then Propaganda, so 10 total to attack me. Pineapple casts Dollhouse of Horrors and then Anointer Priest. With Dollhouse, he brings back Somber Wild Beastmaster. And with that, he gets 3 more tokens, gaining some life from the Anointer Priest. And I'm just hoping he can't destroy an enchantment right now. I go to my turn, and I finally get to get my Oko out from under my Mosswort Bridge. Elking Jetmir, recasting Tuvasa into Estrid's Invocation, copying Sphere of Safety. Oof. It now will cost about 20 mana to attack me per creature. Into Archons of Sun's Grace. I enchant Tuvasa with Shield of the Oversoul, Indestructible, Flying, +2/+2. And then I handle all my draw triggers for the enchantments I've been casting this turn. Then I go into Blind Obedience, making some Pegasus tokens. Pineapple drops his land for turn. Now at this point I say, hey, I can end it next turn, so we decide to play it out. Pineapple brings back Girard using the Dollhouse of Horrors with another token, gaining some life, and then casts Cabaretti Ascendancy. With that, he dumps his hand and passes the turn. So I play Enchanted Evening, turning all of my permanents into enchantments. So I have 12 legitimate enchantments, and then we're gonna go ahead and count up how many I have in addition to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's 19 additional enchantments. Then I go ahead and cast Finest Hour for an additional attack phase, drawing for my enchantresses. And I just swing out with Tuvasa for the game. At the end of the game, Tuvasa ended up being a 34/34 flyer with Indestructible, and so commander damage for the win. Alright, that's a wrap for the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment, maybe even subscribe to the channel. Also, be kind. First video, Hopefully I can get some more coming out throughout the next couple weeks. See you at the table.